Respect is not asked for, not demanded, and certainly not bought. And yet, many people spend their lives trying to earn it in the worst possible way, by pleasing, giving in, oversharing, trying to be liked at all costs. And the harder they try down that road, the less respect they receive. Because respect works the opposite of what most people believe. It depends not so much on what you do to earn it, but on what you stop doing. The ancient Stoics, Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, did not seek anyone's admiration, and precisely for that reason they had it. They lived with such coherence, with such mastery over themselves, that respect followed them naturally. They understood that the respect of others is only the reflection of the respect you have for yourself. In this video, you are going to discover 6 things you must stop doing right now if you want to be truly respected. They are not tricks to manipulate or poses to keep up appearances. They are deep changes in the way you behave that transform how others see you, because they transform how you see yourself. Stay to the end, because the last one is the most important of all. Let us begin. The first thing you must stop doing if you want to be respected is seeking everyone's approval. It seems contradictory, but the harder you try to please everyone, the less they respect you. People notice when someone acts to please, when they shape every word according to what they think others want to hear, and that, far from earning respect, destroys it. The one who begs for approval hands over their power, because they place their worth in the hands of others. The Stoics were perfectly clear about this. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man of his time, reminded himself that chasing the applause of the masses was seeking something empty and changing. Respect is not born from pleasing. It is born from having a backbone, from holding your principles even when they make others uncomfortable. When you stop needing everyone to approve of you, something powerful happens. You begin to act from yourself, with coherence, and that inner firmness is exactly what people respect without realizing it. Paradoxically, the moment you stop chasing approval, you begin to receive it. Not because you seek it, but because you project security. Stop asking yourself what they will think of me and start asking, am I acting according to my values? Respect always follows the one who respects himself first. The second thing you must stop doing is complaining constantly. Few things erode respect as quickly as continual complaint. The person who always has a problem, who blames the world for everything, who repeats their misfortunes again and again hoping for pity, conveys an image of weakness and helplessness. And although people may listen to you at first out of courtesy, inside they stop taking you seriously. The Stoics despised complaint, not because they felt no pain, but because they knew that complaining changes nothing. It only places you in the role of victim. Epictetus, who was born a slave and lived with a crippled leg, never lamented his lot. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? The Stoic asks, what can I do with this? That difference is everything. The one who complains looks backward and sinks. The one who acts looks forward and advances, and people respect the one who advances. When you stop complaining and start seeking solutions, you project a serene strength that commands respect without saying a word. It is not about pretending everything is fine or swallowing your pain. It is about not making complaint your language. Talk less about your problems and act more on them. Respect follows the one who solves, not the one who laments. The third thing you must stop doing is oversharing. There is a mistaken belief that to be respected you have to make yourself noticed, fill every silence, give your opinion on everything, tell everyone your plans. It is exactly the opposite. The one who talks non-stop loses weight, while the one who measures their words gains presence. When you tell everything, you become predictable and transparent. You give away your inner world in exchange for nothing. The Stoics valued mastery of the tongue enormously. Zeno said we have 2 ears and 1 mouth to listen twice as much as we speak. The person who listens more than they speak seems wiser, deeper, more in command of themselves. And when they finally say something, everyone pays attention, because they know they do not waste words. Keeping your plans to yourself until they are real, not sharing every thought, not needing to have the last word. All of that projects a silent strength that people instinctively respect. Mystery commands, chatterbores. It is not about becoming cold or distant, but about speaking when you add something and staying quiet when it would only be noise. Cultivate silence, measure your words, and you will see how your presence begins to weigh far more than that of those who never stop talking. The fourth thing you must stop doing is saying yes to everything. Many people believe that being always accommodating, never refusing a favor, being available at any hour, will make others value them. The effect is the opposite. When you never set limits, you teach people that your time, your energy, and your needs do not count, and little by little they stop respecting them. The one who cannot say no ends up carrying what no one else wants and being last on everyone's list of priorities. The Stoics understood that your time is your most valuable possession. Seneca wrote that we zealously guard our property and our money, but give away our time to anyone who asks, when it is the only thing we cannot get back. Setting limits is not being selfish or rude. It is recognizing your own worth. A no said with calm and firmness, without the need for 1,000 excuses, communicates that you respect yourself, and that teaches others to respect you. When you start saying no to what you do not want or cannot do, two things happen. You recover your time, and, in addition, your yes comes to be worth much more, because it is no longer automatic. Learn to refuse without guilt. Set limits with serenity. The respect of others begins exactly where you draw your line. The fifth thing you must stop doing is justifying yourself for everything. There are people who feel the need to explain every decision they make, to give 1,000 reasons why they were late, why they said no, why they chose what they chose. They believe that by justifying themselves they will avoid others' judgment, but in reality they convey insecurity, as if they needed others' permission for their own acts. The one who over-explains seems to be apologizing for existing. The Stoics acted according to their reason and their conscience, and that was enough for them. Marcus Aurelius did not waste time explaining his decisions to every person, because he was clear about one thing. If you act well according to your principles, you owe no explanation. When you make a decision calmly and hold it without a waterfall of excuses, you project enormous security. A no is a no. It needs no paragraph. A decision made with conscience needs no defense. This does not mean becoming arrogant or refusing to explain when it is fair or necessary. It means ceasing to justify yourself out of fear, ceasing to seek others' approval disguised as explanation. Trust your own reasons enough not to have to sell them constantly. The next time you feel the urge to pour out 1,000 excuses, breathe and simply state what you have decided. Calm firmness, without justifications, is one of the things that commands the most respect. The sixth and most important thing you must stop doing if you want to be respected is betraying your own values. You can stop complaining, measure your words, and set limits. But if inside you give in on what you truly believe in order to fit in, to avoid conflict, or to be liked, the respect you receive will always be fragile, because you do not respect yourself. The foundation of all respect, the only one that truly matters, and from which everything else is born, is self-respect. And that is built by being faithful to your principles even when it costs you. The Stoics called this living with integrity, that your acts match your values. Marcus Aurelius demanded of himself to be of one piece, the same in public and in private, without masks. Every time you betray what you believe out of fear or convenience, you lose a little respect for yourself, and others perceive it, even if they cannot explain it. By contrast, the person who keeps their word, who defends what they believe calmly, who does not sell themselves, radiates an authority that cannot be faked. You do not need to impose yourself or raise your voice. It is enough to be coherent. Be the same person when they are looking and when they are not. Keep your word. Defend your values with serenity. Because in the end, the deepest respect of others only comes when you stop betraying yourself. We have walked through the 6 things you must stop doing if you want to be respected together. Stop seeking approval. Stop complaining. Stop oversharing. Stop always saying yes. Stop justifying yourself. And, above all, stop betraying your own values. If you notice, none of them consists of doing something to impress others. They all consist of ceasing to do what lowers your own worth. Because that is the secret the Stoics understood 2,000 years ago. The respect of others is nothing more than the echo of the respect you have for yourself. Work on your own coherence, on your serene firmness, on staying faithful to what you believe, and respect will come on its own, without you having to chase it. Start today by choosing just one of these 6 and practice it over the coming week. You will see how the way people treat you changes. As the ancients did, be master of yourself, and the world will follow. If this video helped you, give it a like and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom every night. And remember, no one will respect you more than you respect yourself. Start there. See you in the next one. Take care.